Okay, this is Gettysburg Battlefield Facebook. This is going to be Homes on the Battlefield Battle Damage Series. And we are here on North Stratton Street. That direction there is going toward Route 30. North Stratton Street is one street east of the town circle. So if you were to go down to the end of this road and make a right on the Route 30, you would immediately come to the Gettysburg Town Circle. So we're one street east of the circle on North Stratton Street, and we're looking at two houses today. This one in front of us is 221 North Stratton Street. That is the John Kuhn house. Now, John Kuhn was the owner of Kuhntown, which was a brickyard here in town, which was the scene of fighting on July 1st, 1863, otherwise known as the Battle of the Brickyard, in which Custer's Union Brigade went up against Hayes' Confederate Brigade. And I did a video on the Brickyard, and I also did a video on a soldier that was killed in that action in the 154th New York Hardtack Regiment, Amos Humiston. His grave is also in my National Cemetery Part 1. So you want to see the Brickyard video, the National Cemetery Part 1, and you'll get a little bit more of an action that happened there, and you'll see the Custer Avenue Memorial painting. Now, John Kuhn was born in Germany, and this house here was built in 1859. And during the fighting in this area, where the 11th Corps under O.O. Howard basically went up the street in that direction towards Cemetery Hill, Union artillery on Cemetery Hill was firing in this direction, trying to take out some Confederate batteries. And during that action, they had actually fired upon their own men. And in battle reports, it was told that they were firing upon their own men. And it appears that this shell here, which is a 3-inch shell, may have possibly been fired by the 1st New York Light Artillery, Weidrick's Battery, which sits on East Cemetery Hill, and they had a battery of 4 guns. And I'm going to come over here and get a zoom in on this 3-inch shell that's stuck in the building here. So this was fired most likely from Cemetery Hill in that direction by Weidrick's Battery of the 1st New York Light Artillery on July 1st, 1863. Now we're going to venture across the street to 218 North Stratton Street. And this house over here is the George Crast Henley Barbian house, which is, it's also a German name. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but I did the best I could. This house was built 2 years later. This was built in 1861, and at the time it actually housed 2 families. It was a duplex. Okay, and by the way, on the Kuhn house, the battle damage is on the southern side of the house, fired from a gun on Cemetery Hill. Now here at 218 at the Crast Barbian house, this house was also struck by artillery on July 1st, 1863. And we're going to walk around to the side here, and we're going to see the damage. This house has a little bit more battle damage to it. It actually has a shell stuck in it, and then there are several pock markings near the windows. And as we get up close here, you're going to see some damage up near the windows there. And then, of course, this is a 3-inch reed shell that's stuck in the side of this house here. And this shell may have been fired by Thomas Carter's battery on Oak Hill, which is out there near the Eternal Light Peace Memorial on July 1st. And you can see that there's a lot of battle damage on this house on its northern side. Here's some more pock marking over here. And Oak Hill, rather, is in that direction there. So it does appear that it was fired from the Oak Hill direction. And one battery up there that has 3-inch guns is Thomas Carter's artillery. So this has been the Homes on the Battlefield with Battle Damage here on North Stratton Street. We're looking at the Crast Barbian house and the John Kuhn house at 218 and 221 North Stratton Street with their battle damage that they both received on July 1st, 1863.